Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel here. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you a really good lockdown defense you can use in Madden 20. Today we're going to be going into the formation, the nickel 2-4-5. It's also a nickel normal, and we are going to be going over this cover 4 palms. I have been using it against some pretty common route combinations, and I have to say, it is a really good defense, man. It pretty much locks up everything as long as you play the defense right. Now, quickly before we get into the video, guys, if you want to check out my Twitter, it's going to be in the link down in the description. Also, guys, I have a surprise coming for you, I believe, tomorrow. It's going to be a website, and I'm going to be explaining it more tomorrow. It wasn't really a surprise. I kind of spoiled the surprise, but guys, I'm going to be creating a website. It's going to be called redzonetips.com or .ga. I don't know. It's a free domain, so I don't even know, but pretty much, guys, I'm going to be creating a website. I'm going to be going over any Madden news and whatnot. So, guys, make sure to stay posted for that. And I believe in tomorrow's video, I will be giving you guys the link to the website. So, pretty much, guys, let's go ahead and let's get straight into the video.
Swear to God, I'm taking over 19. Hey, back, hit a quarter million. When it's here, pretty chilly. I've been trying to find me really well. Silly, yo, I be gone like Cheerio. Really though, swear we finna get the gold. You the goat, but the most been getting up.
Oh, alright, guys, and I also forgot to mention, if you do want to check out my two most recent videos, they're going to be in the card up above my head. Anyway, though, let's get into it. So, today we're going to be running this defense here, the cover 4 palms. This is out of nickel normal and nickel 2-4-5. Now, what's great about this defense is that there are 2 quarter flats on the field. Now, you might be asking me, yo, what are quarter flats? Well, quarter flats are basically man coverage. It's basically man coverage, like it's matching routes, and I'm going to show you what I mean here in a minute. So we're going to be going into this cover 4 palms. We're going to be running against some pretty common route combinations. The first one here, I'm going to be running it out of gun bunch tight end, the PA boot over. Now, a common setup here will be to block the running back, put the tight end on delay fade, and then hitch the B receiver. Now, and also motion out X. Now, what you'll be looking for here is going to be the deep post and also the crossing route coming over the middle. And I'm going to show you that this defense is locked down. So, the setup you're going to be running for this defense, you're first going to pinch your entire defense, which is LB and then down on the left stick. What that's going to do, it's going to pinch your defensive line, your linebackers. It's also going to be pressing your secondary. Now, if I see my opponents coming out in a set like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be backing up these corners. So I'm going to click on Ross Cockrell. I'm going to back him up, and I'm also going to back up James Bradbury. The reason why I like to do that is because if you know, my opponent runs a streak or whatever, they won't be able to get burned. So what we're going to do here, it's just simple route combination here. We're going to be running this, and I'm going to show you that this locks down everything. And now, just to be sure that all the zones are going to be playing what they need to, I'm going to be going, and I'm going to be using a defensive lineman. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to double team, and I'm going to ID the mic. So we're going to run this play here, and we're going to be running it. So here we go. As you can see, it is completely locked. If I try to throw that deep post route, it is locked. And then also there were like 2 or 3 guys on that crossing route. I'm going to show you here on the defense what this cover 4 palms does. So as you can see, you got Ross Cockrell here. He's in the cover 4 palms. As you can see, he is going to be man matching Tyler Lockett. Now that quarter flat, what it turns to is going to be man coverage. So as the play progresses, Ross Cockrell is going to be manning up one guy. Also, another situation here, I believe this is Eric Reed and also Trey Boston. They actually matched up on the crossing route right here. That way that wasn't open. And then you also have James Bradbury, which is a very interesting player. He's only got 91 speed. As you can see, he stays with DK Metcalf the whole entire way. He does not get beat. He has 91 speed and DK Metcalf has 95. So you're probably thinking, yo, he could beat him easily. But on that play, he didn't. He was able to lock him down pretty well. And that is very, very good. Now, guys, we're going to be moving on here to another very common thing. It is going to be corner routes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be exiting this gun bunch tight end, and we're going to be moving into the X spot play. We're not actually going to exit out of gun bunch tight end. We're going to move into X spot here, which is a common play. It's really good for corner routes, and then we're going to be running formation nickel 2-4-5, and it's also going to be the cover 4 palms. So here we go. Usually what I would do on this play, block the running back, put the tight end on delay fade, streak X. That's a very simple play, and then we're going to be looking for that Y route, and I'm going to show you that it's box. So once again, you're going to pinch your defense, which is LB, down the left stick. Then you're going to be backing your corners up right here. So we're going to back Cockrell up to about here, and then we're going to back Bradbury up as well. And then we're going to be going and using the defensive lineman. So here we go. That's pretty much it here. We're just going to be running this play standard. I'm also going to be double teaming him and IDing the mic him. That way there's no edge pressure getting in the way of this. So here we go. If I were to run this play, as you can see, roll out corner, it is pretty much locked right there. As you can see, I mean, my opponent got a pretty lucky animation, but if I were to roll out, that one's pretty locked. So we're going to take a look here on this play. So right now you have Ross Cockrell. What he's going to do, he's going to match on that flat route so you don't have him. And then also Bradbury's going to match on David Moore, and that corner route's not open. Now you might be thinking, yo, possibly the streak route is going to be open as well. Well, I'm going to show you an adjustment you can make as well, an extra adjustment if your opponent comes out in something like this. So another adjustment you can make, which is recommended, so let's say we just come out in something like this here. What I'm going to do in this case is not only am I going to pinch my defense, back up my two corners on the left side, I'm also going to back up my safety a little bit. The reason why is because if my opponent tries to go for a streak, that safety will be in a better position to pick the ball off. So here we go. Just a very, very simple play. We're going to run this. We're going to roll out. And as you can see, if I did try to throw that streak, Trey Boston, I believe, is the safety. He would have been right near there. Now, also something you could do as well is you could put him in a deep half. So I'm just going to pinch my defense here. We're going to run this. We're going to back him up. We're going to back him up. And then we're also going to back him up a little bit. Now, how to put your player in a deep half here is if you're going to, manually adjust it, you just press A. And then you're going to flick the left stick up. However, if you were to do it the harder way, you would double tap Y, press LB, and then flick up on the left stick. What that's going to do, it's going to put him in a deep half. So basically, he's going to be able to cover more ground. Now, the thing is that does leave the middle a bit more exposed in cover 4 in Tampa 2. It is your worst nightmare because, that whole middle is exposed. However, your user is going to be right down here, and you're going to be able to cover that pretty easily. So here we go. We're just rerunning this play. I actually kind of messed that up here. So I kind of messed that up. So here we go. Just going to run this play. Very, very simple. So I'm going to show you now if I were to throw that streak. So we're going to run this. As you can see, if I were to throw the streak here, Trey Boston right there, and he's going to get a pick. So it's very, very good if you run like a deep half or something like that in that situation. Now, we're going to move on to another route, which is very popular. And it is going to be a wheel route. So what we're going to do, we're going to come out in nickel 2-4-5. We're going to come out in this cover 4 palms. And then we're going to be moving to gun bunch. And we are going to be playing this verticals. Now, the big thing about verticals is we're going to be trying to hit up this B route right here, David Moore. But I'm going to show you what happens here. So a normal setup with this will be to block the running back, tight end on the late fade, and then you're going to put X on a drag. And then also what we're going to do here in this situation, we're going to double team him, and we're going to be IDing the mic him. That way, nothing gets in the way of this. So this is how the play would look. And what we would do is we would motion out B, and we would try to throw that wheel route. However, I'm going to show you what happens. So we're going to go to this defense here. We're going to pinch our defense. And then what we're going to do, we're going to move Cockrell back, and then we're also going to move Dante Jackson back. And if you want, you can move him to the left or right. It doesn't really matter in this situation. So here we go here. We're going to be running this play. I'm going to show you what happens. So here we go. Staying in the pocket. As you can see, looks like he got beat, but in reality, he doesn't. And that would have resulted in a pick. So Dante Jackson was able to stay with him the whole entire way. And that's really good against wheel routes. So I'm going to show you here in this play. So I'm going to be covering Dante Jackson. As you can see, stays with him the whole entire way. Now, yes, he does make contact on him, but even if he didn't make contact, he's got enough speed. And then also, that post route was completely covered. And then also the drag route was also covered as well. So that's something you got to consider. So that's going to be it for the wheel route. And I'm we're going to do one more thing for the wheel route. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be actually doing the rollout cheese with this thing. So what we're going to do, we're just going to pinch. We're going to move Cockrell back. And I like to move them to like the middle hash mark. Like if you're on the 30-yard line, move them to the 35. If you're on the 20, move them to the 15, that kind of thing. You want to move them back, because if you don't move them back, you're going to get beat off the press, and then your opponent's just going to get a very, very easy play out of it. So here we go here. We're just going to run this. And we're going to be motioning out David Moore. And we're going to be going with this rollout. And as you can see, if we were to roll out here, as you can see, it's a pick for Ross Cockrell and also Dante Jackson. If Cockrell didn't get there, he would have been able to get there as well. So that is going to be the play here for cover 4 palms. Now I'm going to be moving on here to the final thing. It's going to be the cover 4 beater, which I did go over in, I believe, my last video. So we're going to be going over this. I'm going to show you how it locks it down. So we're going to go to cover 4 palms, and then we're going to be going to the gun tight slot tap back week, when we're going to be running this flood play. So the setup for the cover 4 beater: block the running back, tight end on delay fade, slant B, and then we're going to be motioning out X. So the play looks like this if we're going to be running it. Now, how would we do it here? And also what we're going to do, we're going to double team, we're going to ID the mic as well, just to make it more realistic. So what we're going to do, pinch the defense here, we're going to be moving Cockrell back to the half-yard line, and we're also going to be moving back Bradbury as well. So here we go. And then also we're going to be putting Y in a deep half as well, and moving him back just a little bit. So here we go. This would be the play here. So what the main goal of this play is I'd be wanting to look for, X on this play over the top. So here we go. We're going to be running this. Then we're going to be motioning out. And as you can see, that cornerback here, James Bradbury, follows him step for step. Now, I didn't really do good. I shouldn't have clicked on right there, and he was able to break 3 tackles. I don't know how he did it. It's practice mode. It's whatever, but I'm going to be doing an instant replay on this, and I'm going to show you how much this locks it down. So you might be thinking, well, you know, yo-yo, the B route would be open, the slant. The slant's not open because my user would be right there covering the slant. And you might be saying, yo-yo, corner routes could be open. Corner route completely locks it down. Now, granted, you know, right when I threw the ball right here, so I'm going to be going to... So right when I threw the ball right here, I'd say, this corner kind of starts to break off. But that wouldn't really matter because he did lock him down pretty much the whole way. And if I were to throw that, that would have been a pick. So yeah, guys, this really locks down. This is a great defense. Now, I want to remind you, it is out of nickel normal and also nickel 245. So, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like. Let's try to smash 5 likes. I'm going to try to get my first article up on the website tonight, but it's going to be launching officially tomorrow because I still have to do some work on it. Anyway, though, guys, take care. Most importantly, stay classy.